I think this can relate to a lot of people out there wanting to store some wood, especially barnwood, outside because we don't have room inside to put it because it's our woodworking shop. Like this one is really small, so I don't have room for 7,000 pounds of 5x5. Come on, I'll show you. I couldn't think of a better example. I've been on like a major reclaim project for the last like 10 months, and I've completely missed the whole weed season here in our driveway. I'm getting taken over. So this is my natural way of getting back at them. I'm going to smother the weeds and store wood at the same time. You need to keep the wood away from the ground. Guarantee you that's when bugs, critters, little things get into your wood and it starts creeping and crawling. So you don't want that. That's like number one. Keep the moisture out. I'm putting this a little bit out of sight, and I'm using this building more or less as a shelter also from the view of, you know, the passerbyers, because this is kind of at my place, right? So I'm gonna, you know, come out to here. I want this pile looking nice. Let's put that right there for now. Die, weeds, die. Boom, how do you like me now? The contact with the ground has been broke, and we're gonna continue on that trend. Wish you were here. All right, let's get to it. This is probably a really great time to hit subscribe. This little channel is growing. Remember, we're small, but we're mighty. Go ahead, drop a few ideas down in the comments. Let me know what you want. I'm always looking for new video topics. Every level, we're gonna go and separate it just like this. Number 2 on the list, we're gonna use some 2x2. I like it when it's easy, when there's 5, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can go up in 5, 10, 15, 20. It's way easier to count when you got a whole pile of them. But we're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 9. All right. Oh. Complete badass wood, and it's got proof of where it actually came from, which is awesome because it's actually a town out in BC. I could totally start a weight loss program. Come hang out with Troy. Guaranteed to lose 30 pounds, whether you need to or not. Module 1, you'll learn how to sew your pants. That's the first thing that shrinks in. Keep on, keeping on. Have you ever noticed on any of these Barnwood videos that like everyone's always clean? What? Well, not always, but for the most part. Anyways, back at her. I was just searching around in the treasure chest of wood, and I came across these stickers. So this is what I was talking about, using like 3/4 inch stickers, so 3/4 by 3/4. I have a few more to put on here, so I like to keep my stuff separated. I got my 8 foots here, 8 foot plus, or like 8'3", and then right here I will put a separation in between them, and right here I'll put everything that's under, which is kind of the rest, and I got a little mixed bag of wood here. That's our 2-inch spacing right there, and then that'll be our 3/4. So I like to have a little more, like I said, so you can get forks. It's a little more versatile, but this stack here likely won't move unless it's in pieces. So you'll notice the one edge is a little bit ragged. Got some longer, some shorter. I try to give the benefit of the doubt, and then I try to always make one side picture perfect, right? Because this is the side that will be used for showing the end cuts in my ad. Each their own, but if you got different lengths, you know, it doesn't hurt. It's not a bad idea to write it on the end, and then future reference, you know. Hey, we got the contact from the ground up to the wood, broke. We got in between the pieces, broke. And the way these are, they're not perfect, so there's a little bit of gappage in between, which allows a little bit of airflow as well. We got a really good base here for long-term, short-term, temporary storage. There was 2 more here, I think, yep, with the stamp on them. The third thing to consider when storing this wood is making some sort of a top for it. Now I'm using a tarp because this is like semi-permanent, temporary, I don't know yet, but it'll at least stay there for a month or 2 for, you know, the amount of time that it may take me to sell all this wood or use it up. Just side note, have a look at this thing right here. Isn't this awesome? Okay, so this is a cedar beam. I've been like storing this thing here out in the wild. This is like a beauty for a mantle. Oh, I really want to woodwork with this, but here's an example of not storing wood with a top over it, okay? To, you know, stop the UV from the sun coming in and just like eating away at the color and turning this thing gray and kind of weathered, because it looks much different when it's weathered. Some people want that, don't get me wrong, but it's nice to keep it in its original shape. This is a great example right here. Now, it's okay to store wood outside. I mean, it's a tree. I don't know, it's a tree. This is getting up there. Each one of these weigh about 1,000 pounds. You guys take me so serious all the time. My selection is gonna be the Sharpie. S-T-A-M-P. So now I know what stamp to also go through, and I'll write through the rest of them, 8'3". Now later, I do have some tin that I plan on using for the top here. I'm sure I'm gonna want that roof back, or the roof, the roof. No, I'm sure I'm gonna want the tarp back for something else. I'm gonna keep it like this right now, and we're gonna run the tarp. Takeaway is airflow. You want airflow. You get that by breaking the contact. Contact with moisture. All right. So there we go. I can fold these under a little bit, make it kind of neat, and do whatever you want for the top. I personally am just going to put some of the shorter pieces up there. That should work. This here is actually sloped a little bit downwards, so the water's going to run off. Okay, so I'm going to put this piece on the other side. And temporary permanent, that'll be good for now. What I'm gonna do is get some tin, you know, the corrugated roof tin, and I'm just gonna put it on the top, and that'll completely solve this riddle. So this will be a nice stack, ready to store. This is outside my workshop. I can grab piece by piece, or I can sell it piece by piece. It's perfect, and it looks great for photos, which reminds me, I should do that. The main thing is keep the water from going and soaking through all the wood, because it just takes longer to dry. So dual purpose, I'll kill a ton of weeds underneath here, thank God. And also we'll keep this wood nice and dry. Oh, there's gonna be some amazing products come out of this. Nice. Thanks for helping me out. That was 7,000 pounds worth of barnwood off of that trailer. If it isn't done right twice and twice right, and then it's not done twice right.